Feasgar Maggie. Good afternoon, everybody. Agus Fàilte, welcome to another session of Seachdain the Gaelic School workshops. Smisha Joy and Lob, my name is Joy. I'm the director of Seachdain the Gaelic, and it's an absolute pleasure to be with you each day to learn all about Gaelic language and culture. So we've got half an hour of fun ahead of us, and the most important part is that you don't need anything to get involved. So stick away your pens and your pencils and your jotters. Make sure that you can hear me and see me. You're going to be able to get involved, but through the chat. And that is your teacher's job to help out with this. So please do let us know your answers when we need them from the chat. And maybe actually we should do a wee test right now to see how well it works. So find the chat. For me, if I will look, it's just right at the bottom right-hand side of my screen. But go in there, type in the name of your school and what class you're in. And as you're doing that, we're going to talk a wee bit about Gaelic. So, Jehan and Gaelic. What is Gaelic? Well, it's a Celtic language. It's native to Scotland, but also spoken by people in Canada. There's actually over 70,000 people speaking Gaelic fluently here in Scotland, and it's easier than ever to learn. You might have heard of Duolingo. You might even use Duolingo in school, but there are over 2 million people who've started learning Gaelic on Duolingo. 2 million! Such a huge number. And as I said earlier, this week is Seachdain the Gaelic, or World Gaelic Week, celebrating Scottish Gaelic across the whole of the world. And we hope to be involved in lots of different things, including these school sessions, but also community events and projects. Maybe we should get a wee warm up though to check we're all ready to go. So let's start with our fingers. Glóisí for Corrigan, let's get them moving. Calum Maclean, they're loving. We circles with your hands. I guess a rash, the opposite way. Lear Gullian with your shoulders. Susgahart, Hagashias. Susgahart, Hagashias. I guess cracky cat. Give them a wee shake so they feel all nice and loose. Might move our head from one side and to another and back again. And maybe do half a circle. Lay circle all the way around. Half a circle. Lay circle back. Maybe you could do a whole circle. Oh, and backwards. One might feel easier than the other way. And once you've done that with your fingers, let's get into the cheeks, making sure that they're nice and relaxed. And a wee run with your feet on the ground. Run, to get them all relaxed. That's it. I think we're now ready to get started. So we're going to start today by learning some really easy phrases, as it's so important that we know how to talk to our friends in Gaelic. So when I meet you every single afternoon, I'm going to say Feasgar Ma, or good afternoon. And I want you to practice getting used to saying that back to me. So let's give it a wee go. Feasgar Ma. Try that. Feasgar Ma. And you might even want to give me a wee wave. Feasgar Ma every time I come on. So good. It actually was too good. It's clearly too easy for you all. I maybe need to tell you another word. How about Fàilte? Now, you might have heard me saying the word Fàilte right at the start when I welcomed you all. Fàilte means welcome. And I might have said Fàilte, welcome to all of you. Again, I'm going to say that at the start of every session too. So let's practice that one, our Fàilte. Ready? Fàilte. Fàilte. So for today, we're going to try and remember Feasgar Ma, one more time, and Fàilte. How did we say good afternoon again? Feasgar Ma. How did we say welcome? Fàilte. Excellent. So let's get started. Now, if you've been in any of our sessions before, maybe if you're in primary 5, 6, or 7, you might have heard that every year we have a theme. And even if you're in primary 4, you could have been coming in our sessions for primary 1, 2, 3. So this might ring some bells to you too. Every year we've got a theme, and basically that's a subject that is at the heart of every single thing that we do for Seachdain the Gaelic. This year's theme is Cleachd no caill. Use it or lose it. And the it we're talking about there is Gaelic. It means if we don't try to use Gaelic words in our everyday lives, we might forget them. And that would be awful, as it's such a beautiful language and tells us so much about our lives here in Scotland. And all this week, we're going to meet boys and girls just like you, who try especially hard to use their Gaelic in lots of different ways. Today, we're visiting the pupils of Gairloch Primary School in the North West Highlands, and they've got a mixture of pupils who speak Gaelic fluently and others too who are just learning it. So let's hear how they use Gaelic every day in their school.
Hallo a thula duine dóchas go bhfuil sibh go maith. Ha mbeadh drasta ann Gairloch go Primary Scolaran bhíonn Scoil Gairloch me na Gaelic agus mar a bhíosa gach leachcaigh na beithe an Michael. Chicken.
Seo an chlásach.
Chicken. Wel, mae'n trwy'r ac eisiau clicio gema. So, yn dyrasta, ha mi colbari mo charach yn ura. Jen tynnu mo hwrs?
Christina, Melon, Ben, Bella, Finley.
Gleva. Melon, you don't speak any Gaelic, apart from a wee bit, is that right?
Yeah, just a wee bit.
A wee bit. A cha Gaelic acasiv, na chill?
No.
I guess, Melon, you don't have any Gaelic, but you had a really good idea, didn't you, about Gaelic?
Yeah. It was, so I think people that are not in the Gaelic class should learn like more Gaelic. It would be good in the school.
Melon, does your class like learning the Gaelic phrase every single week?
I'm not sure, but I think most of them, yeah.
Good. Do you keep them right?
Yeah.
Making sure that they like it?
Yeah.
I guess, Jay and Napperst a ha active in Chachkin Shaw as a class?
Foot me.
And foot me. I guess Jay ha and foot me Gàidhlig.
Can I?
Can I? May I? So have you all been practicing how to say that?
Oh yeah, we say it instead of like saying it in English, we go to the teacher and say it in Gaelic.
Oh, Margarita. So if you need to go and get anything, you say, and foot me.
So if you're going to the toilet, you'd say and foot me Tybee.
Oh, my hen, if we fall into the big television. Good more. Should love yourself, ma, Melon. Agus hold of it, gyfer sgolarig Gaelic achge, cwdiach. Feasgar ma. Haim hagema, cemra haim hagema. Cemra haim hagema, hagema tapalei. An sa scoil seo, bí scoilbar in na giúnscaig is a Gaelic agus cúideach is a bhearba a cha mi smúneach go rééis seo in clas Gaelic. Tu cin gus an féich sin? At ula go math hangin drasta, symud at ag sich a jebichin, tu cin? Gan ma leisgol ag ula dynio, tu has a fydgianaf yn drasta? Tu has a fydgianaf? A sef a clwyche, le carstan, y fil. Ti'n gema ha sio?
Tes ni gysach a ti'n clar i'r tas ni gyntach e. Yn clar bod y hoi.
Maar ur het coic ma hyn. Fyd na coit ar y fat sa'ch gaenaf.
So, dwi'n fag i sio coig ydw tia?
Di. Na.
Is na fut ei fein Gaelic.
Sma arrange. Well done, everybody at Gairloch Primary School. That was amazing. So inspiring to hear how they use Gaelic every single day. And special congratulations to Millen, who had that wonderful idea of every week everybody learning a different Gaelic phrase that all the people, big and small, in the school can use, whether they have Gaelic or not. And you might have heard them at the end saying Cleachd nio caill. And that's our theme. It means use it or lose it. So you'll have heard me talking about that earlier, but maybe you didn't get the chance to see it. So try it after me. Cleachd, nio caill. And then we just put them together and we go Cleachd, nio caill. Gairloch. And you'll be able to watch all those videos on our YouTube channel, definitely from next week, but who knows, maybe even slightly earlier. Now, throughout this week, we are going to learn a song in Gaelic. And if you've ever been in one of these sessions before, you'll know that singing is my favourite way to learn Gaelic. It's easy. It's fun. You don't actually need to be able to sing or even know any Gaelic to take part. All you need to do is give it a go. And I was just having a wee check there. There are currently over 111 different people, different classes in this session. So all together, think how noisy a song we can do. It'll be brilliant. And we're going to learn a song about a boat today. This is a beautiful big boat with white sails and a golden rudder and 2 silver masts. And we see it sailing past and we're talking to the Earl of the white banners, the banners meaning those beautiful sails. We're talking to him in this song. But today we're going to start with the chorus. And you guys are really lucky because there are no real words to learn. We're going to start with something called vocables. And vocables are just sounds that fit to music. In English, you might have heard people doing tra-la-la or dum-de-dum when you're filling the sounds. But we're going to do it in Gaelic. So maybe what we'll do is I'll just say them first. I'll get you to say them back to me and then we'll sing them. So we've got Helian Bake. Gonna try that? Helium bake. So 4 different ones. Helium bake. One more time. Helium bake. And then we've got ho-il-yo-ro. Ho-il-yo-ro. Another 4 sounds. We'll try that bit. Ho-il-yo-ro. Ho-il-yo-ro. And then basically, we have to do that 3 times. So I think it's quite an easy one to do. Shall we just try singing it? Is it so simple that we could just try singing it? I think so. So the first bit goes like this. Helian bake. Can you try that? Helian bake. Margarita, one more time. Me, you, me, you. Helian bake. Helian bake. And then the half of that line. Ho-il-yo-ro. Ho-il-yo-ro. Margarita, that was so good. I think we could stick that together. So it goes like this. Helian bake, ho-il-yo-ro. Helian bake, ho-il-yo-ro. The second line is exactly the same. Same words, same sounds, same music. Helian bake, ho-il-yo-ro. The third line, same sounds, but the tune goes up. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. Give that a go. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. And again. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. And one more time for luck. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. Margarita. Let's see if we can do those 3 lines together. So remember, the first 2 are the same, and the third one goes up higher. Here we go. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. Go up. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. Easy? We do one more to make sure we're 100% certain about it. And here we go. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. Helian bek ho-il-yo-ro. Gleva. That was so easy. Let's do the last line. Who hadn't know? Should we just try singing it? Who hadn't know? One more time. Who hadn't know? Last time. Who had no. And then we finish off. Who we look. Try that. Who we look. One more time. Who we look. And if we put them together with me, you, it goes. Who had no. Who we look. Who had no. Who we look. My head. So we're going to try and put all those 4 lines together too. We might do it through twice. Once so we know where we are, and twice we can make ourselves sound really, really professional. So let's give it a wee go from the start. Hen, ega. Hilien bek ho ilioro. Hilien bek ho ilioro. Hilien bek ho ilioro. Who had no who away. Let's go again. Hilien bek ho ilioro. Hilien bek ho ilioro. Hilien bek ho ilioro. Who had no who away. Margaret, do you think we could go a teeny wee bit faster? I think so. Hey, yeah. Hilien becco ilioro. Hilien becco ilioro. Hilien becco ilioro. Who had no who oile. Hilien becco ilioro. Hilien becco ilioro. Hilien becco ilioro. Who had no who Margarita, well done everybody, that's fabulous. And that's our chorus, so that will come back every single day just as it does, and then for the next few days we're going to learn the verses, and then by the end of it we'll have a whole song about Bratach Bàna, or the beautiful white sails. Now, you might remember me saying that our theme for this year is Cleachd no caill. Use it or lose it. And every day when I come to visit you, I'm going to introduce you to a different guest, somebody who also uses Gaelic every single day in their daily lives. And today we are so lucky that we have Calum Maclean coming to visit us. Feasgar to Calum.
Feasgar joy, Madeckin.
And thank you for coming to visit our lovely primary 4-7s. And I don't know if you heard earlier, we've currently got over 100 different groups on our call from throughout the whole of Scotland. Isn't that exciting?
Wow, that's brilliant. Yeah. Hello, Ganahuladunya. Hi to everyone, wherever you are in Scotland.
Now, Calum, tell us a wee bit about you to start with.
Yep. So my name, it's Misha Calum Maclean, as you'd say in Gaelic. My name is Calum Maclean, or Calum Maclean, and I live in Fàilte, which is the Gaelic for Aberfeldy, inside a village or a town slap bang right in the middle of Scotland on the mainland. But Hokuchmi, I was raised in Innernish, that's Inverness, up in the Highlands. Agus Hamisha, I was actually born miles away, other side of the world, out in Australia, or Australia, you might have guessed that one. Agus Hamisha Junu Oper, maar presenter, so I work as a presenter, Junu Filmlichen, I make films, I make content, I make social content too, so I do lots of different things, but it often all revolves around adventure. So being outdoors, doing things outdoors, swimming in very cold water, I do lots of that, climbing up mountains, lots of things, and I often connect it by using Gaelic as part of my videos too.
And how easy is it to A, go outside and swim in those very cold waters, but B, use Gaelic as part of that?
Well, it's not easy. I've been swimming in cold water in Scotland for years and years now, but it's still never easy getting in. So uisce is the Gaelic for water. Uisce, it's always cold in Scotland, pretty much always cold. And then trying to speak on camera whilst doing that, not the easiest thing, but I enjoy it. And it makes me feel alive when I'm in the uisce. So that helps motivate me when it can be tricky. But yeah, I try and sometimes I do videos that are teaching Gaelic on platforms like Speak Gaelic, that I know you do too, Joy. And sometimes I do videos where I just want to use Gaelic. So it's not about teaching new words, it's just about using it, which is a fun thing to do once you can speak a wee bit.
Absolutely. And what is the most fun thing that you've got to do because of Gaelic?
Well, I mean, there's so many different things. I've worked with Gaelic and in Gaelic for quite a few years, so I've done loads of things. I really like sport and different kind of sports, so I've got to go to some amazing big sporting events, some big boxing events. I went to the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, the last ones, but the Commonwealth Games are coming back to Glasgow this year, and got to go to loads of events, see the fastest people in the world running. I've recently got to go down some amazing dark underground caves. That's not everybody's idea of fun, but the places I was going, there's been, maybe less than 20 people have ever gone into them in Scotland. And I was making a program about that for BBC Alapa. So yeah, getting to experience the amazing places that otherwise I might not get to. That's really fun for me.
Oh, that sounds brilliant. I'm very excited to watch that programme when it comes up. And if there's any advice that you would have for our primary 4, 5, 6 and 7s who aren't fluent in Gaelic but might like to use Gaelic a wee bit more in their daily lives, what would you suggest?
I think it's almost like anything you want to get better at, you've got to practice it. And you don't have to do it all the time, but little and often is actually a really good way to do it. So for me, for example, one way that I really like to do it is to tie it into something that I enjoy doing anyway. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you like going shopping, maybe you like hanging out with your pals, maybe you like watching wildlife. Any activity you do, you can tie it into Gaelic by learning the words for different things. For example, if you think about birds, every single bird has a name in Gaelic and it's totally different to the English one. So next time you go and do an activity, think about learning a couple of new words for the things that you're doing or seeing, and then you can add to it. So if you learn maybe a new word every day, you can, in a week, you might have a new sentence, but also then you can go out when you're doing that, like, say you're out with your pals or you're out with your parents, you can teach them the new words and you can always be ahead of them by learning a couple of new words.
I think that is wonderful advice. I guess Taflet Gamora Calum. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us today and taking a wee bit of time away from the water to be in our sessions. We really appreciate that. Taflet Gamor. And we're going to have a different guest visiting us every single day and telling us a wee bit more about how they use Gaelic. I do wonder who's going to be coming. And much as I'd love to spend more time talking to Calum, we've got to go because it is time to taste how well you've been listening with the first of our daily quizzes. So we've got 5 questions to come and they've all got 3 options. So multiple choice answer here. It's really simple. I'll read out the question and then teachers, you'll notice in the polls app that will normally pop up in the chat that you can go and you can fill in the right answer. So you guys need to tell your teachers which is the right answer. They can then go and fill that in. However, you only have 10 seconds to do so. So you can't waste your time. We're going to have to get going quickly. Seachdain, question 1. How do you say welcome in Gaelic? Is it A, hagama? Is it B, Fàilte? Or is it C, Tìoraidh? So hopefully you'll see a poll appearing. Fill in if you think it's A, hagama, B, Fàilte, or C, Tìoraidh. Your chicken 10 seconds start now. My creative, I can see here when people are putting their answer in. And nearly everybody is correct. Welcome in Gaelic is Fàilte. Well done if you got that right. Don't worry if you didn't. You've got 4 other chances. Seachdain, how did our new friends in Gairloch Primary School use Gaelic each week? Was it with a game in a sheachdain, a game of the week? Was it with an oren na sheachdain, a song of the week, or an appers na sheachdain, a phrase of the week? Game, song or phrase. Choose an option, stick it in, your 10 seconds start, Inish! Correct. Achos má Akev. Most of you were correct. It is indeed an Appers na Seachdain, or a phrase of the week. You might remember that's what Millen had the great idea of doing, and that goes up just above the door when you come in every single week, and everybody gets to learn it. Margarita, well done. Cleachd 3, were you listening to what Calum was saying there? I do hope so, because this question is all about him. Cleachd 3. What does our friend Calum like to do as often as he can outside? What was he talking about? Is it A, cook? Is it B, swim? Or is it C, sleep? Place your bets now. I guess for sin fatara urislige. That was far too easy for you because Kiet Kiet, 100%. All of you got it correct. He loves to swim outside, and he's actually got a book out as well, all about places you can swim in Scotland. So that's definitely an interesting one to have a look at. Cleachd Céathair, question 4. Seachdain Gaelic is World Gaelic what? Is it A, World Gaelic Week, B, World Gaelic Gathering, or C, World Gaelic Competition? Have a guess? Stick it in now. Agus riest a chart, and once again, Kiet Kiet. All of the answers are correct. Seachdain Gaelic is indeed World Gaelic Week. The last question. I think this is going to be an easy one for you all. Matin va means what? What does Matin va mean? Is it good morning, good afternoon, or good night? Shweta, put your answer in now. Oh, how am I doing with these answers? Most of you are right. 3/4 of you are right. Matin va is good morning, and Feasgar is good afternoon. Well done, everybody. That was a very, very excellent effort. Thank you to all for taking part. Don't worry though, if you didn't get them right, you'll have another chance to play tomorrow. So we're almost done for today, and I do hope you enjoyed it. But a couple of wee things before you go. If you head over once more to the chat, you can see the option to type in a couple of words into our word cloud, just talking about how you enjoyed today's session or maybe what you thought of it. And while you're doing that, wee reminder, what did we do today? We learned our 3 different phrases. Feasgar, good afternoon. Fàilte, good morning. Fàilte, welcome. Agus Cleachd no caill, use it or lose it. We also learned the first verse of our new song, Bratach Bàna. And that first part, you'll remember, it had no real words in it. So it should hopefully be a nice, easy one for us to learn. There'll also be a link in the chat to a video that's somebody else singing Bratach Bàna. You could always give a go at singing along in the choruses. We met our lovely new friends, Calum, and everybody at Gairloch Primary School, and heard about how they use Gaelic. But before you go, I do want to tell you about one thing. Every single year, we run a competition to design a t-shirt. And that's something we make for part of Seachdain Gaelic. And the competition to design the 2027 t-shirt for Seachdain Gaelic is now open. If you win, not only will you receive a t-shirt with your own design on it, but it will feature in our shop, meaning that other boys, girls and adults can buy it. And we've had people purchasing these t-shirts from throughout the globe, so it's very exciting. There's a link in the chat to our template. It's also on our website, but your teachers will all have that information as well. And if you are on social media, do share it online with us by tagging our accounts, SN Gaelic, written in Gaelic, or using our hashtags Seachdain Gaelic or World Gaelic Week. Míle thank too. Huge thanks to our funders, Bòrd na Gaelic, for making it all possible. But the hugest thanks to you all for coming in. It's been lovely for me to have you here. I hope you're going to come back and join us again tomorrow. We'll have even more special guests and activities for you to enjoy. Ach, Joy Dunlop, from me, Joy. Cheery and Drasta. Bye for now. Cheery.